Welcome to my channel, The Three Mountains. My name is White Eagle. If you click on the logo on the image of the White Eagle, you will be directed to all my videos. Please start from video number 1. They are important. But this video today refers to a special topic that I've been dealing with and is called achieving balance. I promised that I would give an example, so let's go ahead and let's take a look. First of all, the mind will tempt you with different things. If your problem is smoking, then the thought or an image of a cigarette will come to your head, to your mind. If your problem is drinking, exactly the same thing, a thought or an image of a drink will trigger that desire. If your problem is anger, then negative thoughts will start to come up. Yes. And if you suffer from depression, the same thing. Negative thoughts will start tempting you to fall into depression. Now, today I'm going to deal with arguments inside a couple. I have not met a single couple that has not had an argument in the past. So we all go through them, and my point today is to try to help you not have arguments inside the couple. Yes, we are going to try to avoid arguments in your love life. So when I started the path, my problem was the following. I would get offended by words, I would leave the room or the house, I would defend myself or verbally attack back to my partner, my husband. So what do we have? We have a clash of egos. Yes, you come back one night back home and your partner starts releasing, attacking you verbally, and then you answer back. So there is this clash of egos because of jealousy, a misunderstanding, lack of communication. Anything can trigger this clash of egos. The result or the consequence is that the love gets destroyed, and this is very serious. We are trying to keep the love and the alchemy inside the couple going. As long as alchemy continues inside the couple, then the love remains. But most people, after having arguments, they just decide to quit the relationship, or they file for a divorce. So let me take this image away. I shown 3 videos on achieving balance, and I told you we talked about that. But reality is that it is easier said than done. So in my first attempts, I failed. I got in the middle of arguments trying to make my point be heard. My husband would release his anger in a long monologue from time to time, and this was a repetitive situation. I would feel hurt and cry at each word because I knew it was not true or not right. Now, this is an important thing for you to know. If anybody utters a word, that hurts you in your heart, it is the ego hurting you inside. Don't blame the person who uttered the words. Words don't hurt. The ego hurts. Yes, but I'll tell you what happened one night after some time of working and training in self-control, as I show you in my previous videos. One day I achieved self-control. So what happened? After work, after being at work all day long, I come back home and I enter the living room, and my husband was in a mood that was building up, or that had been building up for some time, and the moment I arrived, he exploded. And he started throwing lots of, his monologue at me. I sat down, I put my mind in blank, and I waited. while I waited, I was asking my Divine Mother to kill any negativity inside me. And I was looking away, trying not to meet his eyes and not get identified. Just a moment. So, I didn't look into his eyes to prevent his egos entering my heart like arrows. Yes, I could see his egos had taken control of him, and I had to wait still until he would release all his energy. He will say all he had to say, and then he would calm down. I knew that. My task was to remain in self-control, in silence, not to answer back. I had been training for some time, and so I managed to resist till the end. He tried his best to pick up a fight. He came even closer and started shouting in my face, but I looked away or looked down and kept praying to my Divine Mother to keep me strong and not to answer back to all the insults or the blame that he would put on me, etc., etc. Now, I went to bed after that, and in the astral that night I woke up, and this is what I saw. This was the situation. I was with my mom, my Divine Mother, inside a little wooden house that was shaking because there was a huge hurricane, and I was near the sea, and the waves of the sea were hitting against the cliff, and we were afraid that my house would not resist and it will be blown away. And this was exactly when my husband came and started shouting in my face. I could feel all this wind in my face. So my Divine Mother was there protecting me and saying, it will pass, it will pass. And it did. As I resisted, what happened? The result was that I passed the test. I learned self-control from that moment on and all along the 3 mountains. So my resistance or self-control built up more and more every time the environment became dense or heavier and heavier. I could pass all the tests on self-control. I learned to accept the problems and be silent if needed, and or remain calm. Yes. So arguments came back from time to time because he could not control his own egos. Yes, this is something that each one of us has to do. You cannot ask somebody else to control their egos. You can ask them, but it's up to them if they can control it or not. But you have to control your own egos. So arguments came back from his side. But later on, he would blame himself afterwards for losing his temper. Yes, I could remain calm and wait from then on. I was very happy because I was changing. Now, what happens with Master Samael? Master Samael says that arguments destroy the love inside the couple, in the marriage. If you notice your husband or your wife upset, you must remain quiet and silent. You know it's not your fault, but if you speak, you lose. Keep silent and you will win. He will realize or she will realize that it was his mistake, and it was a huge mistake later on, and he or she will come and apologize. Reconciliation will be full of love, and he or she will put you on a high pedestal for having put up with him or her. Yes, and so this is the teaching. We need to reach self-control, and we can. It takes training, but I advise you to try, because when you are inside a relationship, this is the most important thing. You don't want to lose his or her love and spoil the alchemy, because when we are angry, we don't get together to do alchemy. Yes, so if you learn self-control, in during daytime, you will notice that you will have also self-control during and inside alchemy when you are doing alchemy. So up to here, I hope you can try this lesson in your real life whenever you have an argument with your husband, with your wife, and keep the love going. That's the most important thing. Thanks for watching.